Up next, our new game, Save Princess Snowball.
If you're an Anthropoid fan.
You join us with Kira, live at the table.
Hi, audience. And Owen. Today we're going to talk about Save Princess Snowball. So, Save Princess Snowball is our soon-to-be escape room card game. We've been working on it for a while now, but it's still in prototype phase. So, right now we're working out any of the kinks with the puzzles and trying to get a nice smooth feel to the game. So, how the game works is that your pet bunny, your favourite pet bunny, has been stolen or disappeared. You're actually not quite sure until the start of the game what's happened. And you start off by getting some puzzles and some pieces of information, and you have to put them together to try and find your way through a maze of puzzles to find your rabbit and save her. So her name is Princess Snowball, hence the Save Princess Snowball. So what we've done in this game to kind of simplify it is that we've tried to change every puzzle so that it results in a 3-digit number. And the idea is you navigate through a deck of cards back and forth, so not in sequential order, and that's how you figure out whether you've solved the puzzle or not. So if you don't find a card, or if you find a card that says this is incorrect, then you know you haven't got the puzzle right. And if you find a card that is correct, the story follows on, so you get more information about the puzzle going in. So, how to play? There'll be a manual in the main box, but effectively to start the game, you read 6 cards. So they all have read this on the back of them. Right now it's 6. Might be a few less when we get the final cards, if we can get them slightly bigger sized, because we think these might be a little bit small. Yeah. So it's the first few cards in the deck that you have to read, and effectively they tell you how to play the game and what has happened. So your bunny rabbit Snowball has been missing for 3 days, and you don't know where she's gone, and she was taken from your back garden. So you have to find her. You've been putting up posters and posting on Facebook and looking for lost pets, and nothing, no luck at all. And then one evening, while you're sitting at home wondering where your bunny rabbit is, you get a letter put in your door. So so that we can have a little bit of a walkthrough of some of the puzzles, I'm going to read out the letter to you. So the letter is, the letter you get through your post box says, "I'm so sorry. Work put so much pressure on me. I was so far behind on the project and needed a test subject. I should never have taken your rabbit. You need to rescue her from Sky Pharma. I will do what I can to help you. I've left clues for you in the office so that you can free her. Go tonight if you want to save Princess Snowball. Trees and windows light the way, but the darkness ends it." Okay. And then, to follow the story, you drive out to Sky Pharma, which is this big company, a big office block, where you think that your pet rabbit is being held. So you use that letter, and then you get a picture of the front of the building. So the idea is that between the letter and the front of the building, you should be able to tell what to do next. So what you want to do is break into the building, search it, and try and find your rabbit. So
So does anybody in the stream have any ideas of how you would solve this problem? How do we get in? Any ideas? Post it in the chat.
what? Hold up the letter.
The letter.
Do you want to hold? Can you hold them both up together?
Sure.
How's that for digital assistant beauty?
Kind of blurry.
it blurry?
I'm very intent on trying to make this not blurry. Is it easier with...
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Go for the other one, I think. Go up. Higher. Good.
There's like a 4-second delay of Ryan saying, by the way.
There is. Okay, we'll give it about a minute more, or a 4-second delay more, and then I'll go through how you figure out the answer.
Yeah, in the game there's actually a lot of different cards as well. This is the deck of cards we currently have. Obviously there's little plastic divider things on them. So the deck will actually be a little bit smaller. But there's a lot of content there.
Actually, for this, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the clue. We're going to pretend like I don't know. None of us know what the answer is. So
You made this game.
Theoretically.
Oh, okay.
So there's a clue on card 264. So the clues are also in the same deck. It kind of bulks out the deck and means it's not so easy for you to tell how well you're doing, or whether you're on the wrong track or the right track. So it's kind of a little bit misleading, but it means that it's not as easy to figure out the answers. So if I take the clue, it goes, the last full sentence in the letter on card 4 should be combined with the picture on card 6. This will produce 3 single-digit numbers, which can combine to tell you the number of the next card to flip over.
And so 264 is just, you can see that on the back there. 264. I can't remember, what's that other number for?
The tiny number in the bottom left. So if all else fails, if you don't, there's one other clue after this. So this card tells you if you need one more clue, you go to 355. But then if you don't get it after the clue on 355, it tells you the answer by finding one of the cards that's in the rest of the deck, and it gives you the little tiny number. So it just means that you're never going to be completely stuck. If there's one puzzle that's just too hard, it's okay to take hints. We've actually done a big podcast recently on escape rooms, and that kind of gives you some idea of how we think escape rooms should be played. But one of the things we think is, if you're stuck for a while, don't be afraid to ask for clues. It makes the game more fun. So don't feel like you're losing out, especially at the start of a game. Maybe you don't understand the mechanics, or maybe it's a little bit difficult to follow. Get the clues so that you're used to the game, so that you can fly through the rest of it.
Yeah, I think I need another clue.
Okay. So you go to 355 on there, and then it says, so this is the last clue for this. The last full sentence on card 4 cryptically references 3 things: trees, windows with lights, and dark windows. You need to count how many of each of them are on card 6. And this will give you 3 numbers which combine to make up the number of the card to flip over. Remember, do not include the bush when counting the trees. Then it says the answer is a small number on the back of the card 152. Do not flip this card. So I'll get that as well. Oh yeah, show that as well. So that's and I can read the...
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so if you show that picture, it goes, the last full sentence on card 4 cryptically refers to 3 things. Trees, so you'll see that there's 3 trees. Windows with lights, there are 2 windows with lights, and then windows with in darkness, and there's 8 of them. So that means the number you should get is 328. And then you find card 328 in your deck. So Card 328. Now, you'll think,
So
well,
this is like Mr. Robot. Hang on.
how is it like Mr.
He's
Robot?
hacking into buildings.
This is exactly how you hack into buildings. And then, so that'll result in your new puzzle. So this one goes correct. You enter the code into the keypad on the wall, and the front door to Sci Pharma building slides open. You are free to walk into the reception. Thankfully, no one is home. You sneak behind the reception desk and see a clue with numbers on the desk saying, "Unlock door." This note must have been left by Andrew to help you open the door in the offices. This is your next challenge. And then it says flip over cards 242 and 476.
Yeah, 424 and 476.
I'm very nervous.
That's fine.
Reading is not my. And
There's some glare on these cards. It's tricky. Hopefully people can read. Not in general, obviously.
So, this brings us on to another element of the game, or the different types of cards. So there's puzzle cards as well as like cards to give you an idea of the room. So the artwork, as you can see, is very simple. It's all very basic because I'm not an artist. So one of the steps when we're happy that we've perfected the clues and the puzzles better and made sure that the storyline is seamless and fits in, we're going to get an artist to redo all the artwork. So for now, it's just cobbled together. Well, I put effort in, but my art skills are somewhat lacking. So that's a picture to give you an idea of what the reception looks like. And we'll have nice artwork to give you an idea of where you are, because it can be hard when you're just getting clues and pieces of the puzzle to see the overall picture. So one of the things we think is important in escape room games is to give you an idea of how your puzzle fits in.
Yeah, because there's a lot of iterations of this game. We've done a lot of play testing through last year and this year, and I think we're still tinkering around with some cool new ideas that we haven't seen before in escape room games, and we're still working on the last two, trying to perfect them. But then we should be able to get an artist in
and fine tune the artwork here.
Yeah.
Get it look a little more realistic.
Dun, dun, dun.
So that card is the puzzle to open the door, that you can see there on screen. Now you'll notice actually that this is the whole puzzle on this is self-contained within the card. So for this puzzle, you have to figure out the 3 coloured blank blocks, and it's a maths puzzle.
Yeah, we have the variety of the puzzles in this game, or there's quite a lot. So it's not, this one is on its own. Some have mixed in with other ones. There's lots of different things. We want to keep it exciting. We want to keep it new.
So there's wordplay puzzles. There's logic puzzles. Some of the puzzles get a little bit harder as you travel through the game. So we start off with some nice easy ones so that people can get used to the mechanics, and then it ramps up as you go along. Some of them are things you might have to notice, so it's observation skills, and then puzzling out things.
I should probably create like a little card stand or something like this, because yeah, this is difficult.
Holding up a card.
Yeah. And no one can see my face. Anybody in the chat want to give a quick guess as to what this could be? How can we unlock this door? The 3 keys are missing. We need those keys. Think of the bunny.
The purr bunny.
It's the one. What could the answer be? If you have a guess for any of them as well, that would be good. Blue. Pink. Yellow.
I think it's brown, yellow, blue.
Brown, yellow, blue.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Oh, hey, Jasukas. Okay, so we've just done a few of the. We've just broken into the building. Jukus was saying, "Can you say again, please, the challenge?"
Okay. So you've broken into the building and you want to figure out, in reception, how to open the door into the main offices. So you've gotten through the first door. You need to get through the reception's door. So what you want to do is figure out what the 3 missing numbers are on the keypad. So as you can see, there's 3 blank squares at the bottom of that card. And those are the squares, they match up to the grid of 16 numbers. So you need to figure out, in the grid of 16 numbers, how you would guess the missing numbers. So you want to try and look and see if there's a pattern on any of those rows. So one of the tricks to this is to look at one of the rows that's completely there. So there's a row and a column that are completely filled in and all the numbers are there.
We have clues as well, if people need clues.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Does that make sense?
So can anyone guess what the 3 missing numbers on that grid might be?
And we can also get a clue if people need to get a clue. Yeah, so this is one of those challenges that is self-contained. Some of them require multiple cards. You need to remember different things that happened. But this one is a little bit more self-contained. So it's pretty handy for me. I can just show you one card.
And the idea is you're trying to get into the building to figure out where your rabbit is.
Yeah. This is what the cards look like. And so you can see at the bottom there's clues you can get. And this is the card. Sorry about the glare. Hopefully that's visible. If it's not visible, I can put it on the main screen. If people are having issues with it.
Put it on the main screen? Okay.
Okay, we got a guess. 173.
173.
Okay, so when you guess, what happens?
So you need to grab your deck of cards and you need to go through it and see if you can find the card 173. So we will go through it. And oh no! So we have a 152 and a 174, but no 173. So that means it's wrong.
Yeah.
But it might not be that wrong. So
173. How did you get 173? So that was you put in 173. Yeah. Okay.
So
5417. Can you say? Could you kind of explain a little bit as to why you picked 173? If that's possible.
what?
Okay. We can't see it. Does anyone else have any other guesses? Or do people want to see the clues to see what could be next up? We can take a clue, will we? Let's take a clue here.
Okay.
So 128 is the clue.
You will only need the information on the card 476. So I think we had said that before now to solve this puzzle. Look for a pattern in the numbers and use that to find the 3 missing numbers. So I might just go on to the next one. 316. So I think we had covered some of that stuff. So if you add up the numbers on any full row or column in the card, this is the total of each row and each column. So if you add up any full column, what total do you get?
Okay, so if we add up that second row, 4716, then our total is 18.
It is. So now, if you take any of the rows or columns, you should just have to subtract the numbers there from 18. So if you take the first row for the first number, you'll see that it's 7, 5, and 4.
Yeah, correct. Correct, Yusuke.
What did you guess?
18.
Oh, 18. Oh, brilliant. Oh, sorry. There's probably a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 seconds. Okay.
So can anyone figure out what even the brown number is?
Okay, so yeah, what's the guess of the numbers now?
Is this the brown number?
Brown number is the first one. It's the third row. So it's the other numbers are 5, 8, and 3.
So if you subtract them from 18, what do you get?
2.
Brilliant. So that's good going. So what do you think the 3 digits are going to be?
Okay, cool. So who wants to guess then for the other numbers? Anybody in the comments want to guess? Two, 4, 2.
2, 4, 2. Let's find it. So we'll go through our cards.
Oh, let's see.
And try and find the number 242. So if it's not there, it's wrong, and if it's there, it's right. See, go on through. And 242 is there.
Oh, is it a success?
Is it a success? Yes, correct. When you figure out the number, you go to the keypad on the wall beside the entrance to the offices. Enter it, and the door to the admin office opens. You walk through and see 2 desks in front of you. An elevator is the only way out of the room. The elevator circuitry is exposed and needs to be fixed before it will work. It looks like the elevator just needs power. Which connection needs power? And then it says there's 4 cards to flip.
Okay, so 94, 183.
94. 94. I'll look at some of these. $94, 183. Yeah.
194? I can't remember.
194?
198, sorry, 198 and 399.
And 399.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an overview of the office layout. So you can see where there's 2 desks in front of you and there's an elevator. So then the other cards contain a picture of each of the desks and the electronic circuitry that isn't working on the elevator. So
this is desk number 1.
This is Carol's desk.
Yeah. Astronomer. Or she has a nice...
She has a nice desk mat that's very decorative. Picture of the night sky if we had loads of planets. And a lot of pens. She's a lot of pens available. What if she needs them? Just scattered.
She needs a cup, I think, to put the pens in there. And Pat's desk.
So Pat's the engineer for the office.
A little bit messy.
A little bit messy. A lot of notes and sticky notes. And little pieces of paper. Very good. And then finally, you have the elevator.
So this one, yeah.
Which has the electronics on it. So as you can see, that kind of looks like a puzzle, but you definitely know based on the information you were given. So it said the electronic circuitry is exposed and needs to be fixed before it will work. It looks like the elevator just needs power. So which connection needs power? So as you can see, there's numbers on the right hand side, and you want to figure out which number you're going to connect the electricity to.
Yeah, so all these numbers, one of these numbers is correct.
Yes.
And you have to use the kind of clues and to figure out how to get past this challenge.
So I think on the two desks, if you take a look at the two desks, you might try and figure out which desk is more relevant. Your hands are. Do you want me to take over?
No, that meant 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes. So I don't know if we'll be able to get through this, but yeah, we'll hopefully we can get through this one.
So one of the desks is Carol, the admin, and one of them is Pat, the engineer. Now,
glare, a lot of glare. Hopefully you guys can see that.
So if you take a look at that, you'll see that Pat has a note on his desk. So on the note, which you might not be able to see because of the glare, so I might just read out the note, which says, I can't read out the note. Do you want to read out the note, Owen?
Sure. So the note beside Pat's desk says, Pat, can you get the elevator working again? Thanks.
So
it's Pat's job to fix the elevator.
So he might be the person who has clues to how to fix it. So can anyone take a guess at what might be needed? Will I hold this elevator thing up on the main one? Can you see that? If I hold
Back.
Back.
Sorry, there's a delay.
Oh, there's so much glare. There's so much glare. No, you can just avoid. Give me here.
Okay, sorry.
No, there's no way we're going to be able to show this. It's kind of out of focus as well here. Technical issues, people. I'm sorry.
Hold on. What if I just take it out?
Yeah, you do.
Would that is it still glary?
Yeah, really clear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's tough. Very small images.
Yeah, so we can maybe cast digital ones might work better. So maybe at tomorrow's demo we will screen share, and that might work a little bit better.
Yeah, I can also put a thing up here for a bigger close up of it, which might work better.
Oh yeah, of that for that one. Sorry guys, but if you want to come back tomorrow, we can pick it up here and see how far we get.
And I think that's a good representation of the challenges in Princess Snowball. There's obviously a lot more different types of challenges. I can't remember how many we have in total. There's lots of different kind of choices you can make throughout the game. There's lots of cool thematic elements to it. And as you're kind of discovering more about the building you're in and all these different choices, so it's very cool.
Yep, so there's a story to go along with it, and you get more information as you travel through the building, and you get a little bit of background as to what really happened with your rabbit and why she's trapped in the building at all. So check back then, and just to catch us up on a few things that have been going on with Decking Out Some Games this weekend, we have a competition. So if you're familiar with our game Dice Summoners, if you want to win a playmat, feel free to enter our competition by joining the mailing list or purchasing anything on Decking Out Some Games website. Go for it. Then
the mailing list is also a great way of staying up to date with Princess Snowball.
Yep.
Once we work with the artists, I'm sure we'll be posting on social media and the mailing list, and then hopefully we might do a Kickstarter on it. And we'll obviously be sending those emails through the mailing list. So if you want to be the first person to know, that's the best place to be.
Excellent. As well as that, there's a UK Games Expo badge. So Brian is gonna post, our beautiful assistant. Brian, he's taking over my job.
I hope he knows how to do it.
He's gonna post the badge code in. So I think if you redeem these badge codes, you can get what?
He said, "I am beautiful."
And I hope posted the badge link. Then there is we have a voucher code if you want to buy anything on the Deckhouse and Games shop. That's UKGE 2020, and that'll get you €5 off any purchase you want. So we have the game mats, the Jersey game mats, as well as Dice Summoners itself, available on as for a special price this weekend. So loads of discounts. Go for it if you were ever thinking of buying Dice Summoners. This is a good weekend to do it because you're going to get a lot of money off. As I said, feel free to follow us. Check out our website. Follow our mailing list. We have podcasts on our website as well.
We'll probably do a podcast on Princess Snowball at some point, designing it and how we came up with the ideas and playtesting and stuff like that.
And all the with visual and text clues, all the stumbling blocks we came across with people from different countries and different backgrounds trying to view the puzzles and trying to refine them so that it was a nice generic puzzle.
And hopefully tomorrow we might be able to get through some more clues as well.
Yeah, so we'll get digital copies prepared.
I'm probably butchering your name, but Jazukas says, love the game and it's going to be our first clue game for sure.
Oh, so, excellent. Thank you very much. So we're looking forward to it.
He also says, is Princess Snowball in playtest phase?
It is, but we haven't found a way to playtest it online. And with no events, we were due to playtest it to bring the cards to the UK Games Expo. So if you have any suggestions, you're welcome. Or we can, if you want to volunteer, I'm sure we can. With COVID, it's a little bit difficult to set up playtesting sessions. We've really struggled.
Our plan is to work on the last two kind of puzzles that we're trying to figure out, trying to perfect. They're really cool ideas that we just want to get right, bring in the artist, but then we're also going to create some playtest ones. We're probably not going to do a print and play, but we'll probably create the decks and then send them to some playtesters. It might not be the full game, it might just be half the game. We haven't really decided.
So what we'd recommend is join up to the mailing list, and as soon as we have the last puzzles, we're going to send out a mail asking for any playtesters for a mini game. And we would love you to volunteer if you can. That would be absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, because it's usually the conventions is where we get a lot of the kind of new people checking it out, especially people brand new to escape room board games. Though that kind of feedback is fantastic, and it's exactly what we're looking for. So, thank you very much.
Yeah, we probably delayed the playtesting a bit on this. So we had planned to have it at the start of the summer, actually the end of last year. But usually we need a bit more feedback from people in person before we know what to ask people if we send them out playtesting kits, and that's kind of delayed us a bit. Not having access to people makes it so much harder to get to refine the game to where we're happy that we could even post a demo out.
But the best thing about this though is we can create high quality prototypes because it's a deck of cards. There might be some other cool components in there. But it's mostly just going to be a deck of cards, and that might make it much easier to send to people by post. Create a little thing. Jasuka says, "I am signed already."
Fantastic! Then you will get a mail, and we will definitely jump to the playtesting.
Our next game, Bumperbots, will be. We're going to start that stream in about half an hour, so definitely check that out. But for now, that's probably the end of the stream. So if anybody has any other questions. Then we'll probably stop the stream. We'll just give it maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah, to catch up.
Thank you very much for joining, though.
I really appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying the virtual expo.
Yeah.
It's been quite an unusual affair. So I think we're getting better at the streaming. It's a little bit unusual to not have people here to talk to.
Yeah.
But it's been fun, and there's been loads of stuff on the main stage, and the UK Games Expo seems to be, there's so much content. It's so many streams going on by hundreds of different people. It's busy. It's great.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Did you send out all the badge and everything? Yeah, brilliant.
Yep.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. See ya.